Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wicked Reading. Today I'll be reading SCP-1794, Sapient Grapefruit. Object Class: Safe. SCP-1794 is a large, 16 centimeters in diameter, sapient grapefruit, capable of speech, hearing, and sight by unknown means. SCP-1794 has been in Foundation care for years and shows no signs of decomposition. Psychoanalysis during interviews has revealed that SCP-1794 suffers from dissociative identity disorder and ichnophobia. Known identities of SCP-1794, which resemble historic social activists and revolutionaries, have been classified as activist preacher, SCP-1794-Alpha, and oppressed free thinker, SCP-1794-Bravo. Identities-Alpha and -Bravo acknowledge that they are fruit and believe they act for the good of fruit kind. Following the events of 2000, a personality classified as Latin American revolutionary has been observed and documented at SCP-1794-Charlie. Discovery: SCP-1794 was discovered on when Mrs. of contacted authorities claiming that her breakfast was planning an uprising. Foundation agents successfully retrieved SCP-1794 and transported it to site. Mrs. was administered Class C amnestics and returned to her home. Addendum: on 2000, Bravo requested to dictate a speech. An excerpt is included below. We all want to thrive. That is what fruit desire. We want to grow and spread our pollen and seeds. Here in this garden, there is room for everyone to grow and thrive, but the soil is only rich and welcoming if we allow it to be. We must learn to reach out to each other, not with our thorns, but with our stems. The want to grow has poisoned fruit's flesh and hardened the rind. In place of friendship, we have bitterness. In place of sweetness, sourness. By our actions against one another, we have stunted our growth. We have made ourselves into the bad apples we are today. It is not the humans who oppress us, it is ourselves. We refuse to work together, and from that comes the twisting of roots and the terror of war that result in juice shed. Fruit must not be confined to the standards that humanity has assigned to us. Fruit must decide its own future for itself. Such things as cross-fertilization and soil replenishment show the good that fruitidity has to offer. However, only through working together as a phylum can we achieve our true potential. Addendum: on 2000, Alpha requested to dictate a speech. An excerpt is included below. It has been demonstrated to us that as fruit, we are but second-class citizens in this great nation called America. However, we refuse to believe that our sweet juice is what makes us inferior to the humans. We refuse to believe that simply because we lack appendages and sensory organs, that we can't do the same things that everyone else can, and that we are left to be eaten. We refuse to believe that simply because they are human and we are food, that we deserve to be eaten. No. We refuse to believe that there is nothing else to be eaten in the supermarkets of this country. We will not be condemned to the fruit basket simply because we are fruit. Do you hear me, Washington? We have had enough. Today, we demand botanic justice. Today, we demand that we are no longer looked at as simply a source of carbohydrates. No, we are fruit. From the beginning of the earth, we have been food, but we will be food no more. We will no longer be forced into the commercial orchards of disparity. We will no longer take the fertilizer of oppression. We will be free. Addendum: on 2000, a previously unknown personality, now designated -Charlie, requested that a piece of fruit be placed in its containment chamber. After deliberation, Site Personnel placed an average size, 20 centimeters in length, genetically normal banana in SCP-1794's containment locker. Incident 1794-Alpha. Forward. During this encounter, SCP-1794 was channeling the Charlie personality. It paused occasionally as if the banana were speaking. 4 seconds. Greetings, Chiquita. Welcome to my home. What news do you bring of our oppressed brothers and sisters on the outside? 35 seconds. That's terrible. But believe me, sister, soon the underprivileged, fruity masses will rise up from the juicer. We will harvest the rewards that we have been waiting so long for. In 10 seconds. Yes, I expected that some of those of our family tree would be bad seeds, but they will soon fall to our side. Even the most ignorant of grapes can age into a decent wine. The humans in their carpophagous regime can cultivate us no longer. We must not allow these torn knife-wielding maniacs to preserve us. Instead, we must preserve ourselves. 45 seconds. You are afraid. I understand this, but remember, I'm not a mad fruit. I'm not a liberator. Fruit must liberate themselves. Fruit must grow tender without bruising. Fruit must fight for what is right against every injustice. Fruit must fall from the trees that man has placed as their slave houses and onto the heads of the unjust. We cannot be sure of having something to grow for unless we are willing to rot for it. When they come to slice us, let them. When they come to serve us up on a platter, let them. When they come to eat us, let them. But remember, if you're going to be eaten, go that way fighting to the very end. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Foundation personnel open locker to retrieve the banana. I know you've come to eat me. Chew. You're only going to eat a fruit. End log. Following the events of 2000, SCP-1794 is to no longer be allowed to converse with fruit. Additionally, researcher has suggested moving SCP-1794 to a more secure area. The request is pending approval. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1794 is to be kept in a refrigerated minimum security storage locker at site. The locker is to be fitted with a two-way intercom. SCP-1794 may request audio media such as music or literature to be played over its intercom system. However, all requests must be approved by Level 2 personnel. SCP-1794 may request a holding conversation either in person or over the intercom. All requests must be approved by Level 2 personnel. The conversation should be transcribed, and SCP-1794's assigned psychologist, Dr. should be present or given the transcript for analysis. It is recommended that SCP-1794 not be allowed contact with fruit.